Hello everyone, this is the 123 Fendus show. Well, hello everyone, this is the 123 Fendus show and I'm your host, 123 Fendus. I'm playing Brandan's racing game. I tell you, this is like almost better than Mario Kart. Maybe it is actually, I don't know. So I found this on itch.io. I was just looking for, some indie games, because, you know how I am, like, I can purchase a video game, and it's like, I don't even play it. Like, I purchased, it's ironic that I've played Ocarina of Time more than Majora's Mask. That's because I forced myself to play Ocarina of Time. Well, and yet, both of them, I haven't even played one of them for more than 5 hours. I might have played Ocarina of Time for more than 5 hours. Not more than like 10 though. I don't know. Not much. See, because and which just goes to show, I can purchase all these video games and yet I don't even play them. Like, So, and see, that's the most difficult part. It's like, is enjoyment relative or is enjoyment absolute? Relative, absolute. That was like the kind of stuff I used to learn. I was learning like HTML and CSS when I was like 13 years old or 12. Actually, I was more like 12. Yeah. I used to watch these video tutorials on YouTube. And, well, the vast majority of it I ain't retained, but I've retained some of it, sure. I've still got my, web pages here and there, and I know a few tricks, and, I don't memorize everything, but I Google the stuff I do remember that I can do. I remember that I can do some things, and so I Google how to do them, real quick sometimes. And other stuff I just don't care about. See, I'm more function over form, as they say. So, my web page looks retarded. Or rather, my webpage looks, well, what do you say? It's been aesthetically critiqued. Let's say that, or rather, it has not been to the critical. Aesthetically, it has not been to the critical. Has not received critical acclaim. Let's just say that. And now I can't even upload anything more to GitHub, my GitHub page, because the sync it fails. I can't do it. So I guess I'm gonna have to stop uploading my pieces of music there. I've been uploading to YouTube, and that works pretty well. Okay, so I placed 11 out of 42. And why did I even start talking about that? See, I forget about the main points, go off on tangents. I was learning how to do some, HTML and CSS. Yeah. So that was just a thing I remember that you could do. When placing, like, I don't know, graphics and stuff, you could do it like relative position or like absolute. I always did absolute. I don't think it's a good thing to do absolute. I don't know. I have this video on YouTube of me coding a website, which never even like ended up being actually a website. I had ideas in my head of what it would be, and frankly, it wasn't very good ideas either. But it was like I was gonna have different stuff, and you saw me coding in that video, or I don't know. It depends on if you even count HTML and CSS as coding. I guess some people. I guess it doesn't really count according to some people. But anyway, and I guess they'd be right, but whatever. You saw me doing the HTML and CSS in that video, and what? Well, I never really ended up doing anything with it. Ace Attorney Explained is not a website anymore. It was an interesting concept, but I don't know. It was really nothing, no point to it. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I think Strategy Wiki has already done it more or less. I didn't know that at the time, but you know, if you go on Strategy Wiki, they'll have these sections like what really happened, and they'll explain the case, what happened. And I believe they probably do that on the Ace Attorney Wiki as well. So. And I mean, I still want to do something like that, but maybe like in a video form. I was talking about that in one of my previous videos, how maybe I would make like motion picture live action versions of like the crimes in Ace Attorney. Maybe I'll do that someday. Thing is, it's just so difficult. Like, you know, I ain't gonna have no props, and I ain't gonna have, you know, costumes or nothing. You know, it's gonna be super difficult to like tell apart the characters because I'm the only actor, because I have no friends. It's like it's so pointless. I mean, it's not pointless, but it's gonna be so like horribly made. Why does it say 13 if I got 20 down there? This is so confusing. My point being, what was I just talking about? I would like to get back to the main point, which was of the relative and absolute. Yeah. So the video forms of the Ace Attorney crimes, that might be something I do, but it would be like such a terrible product that I would be like the only one who actually enjoys it. Or I don't know, maybe it would be a success. We'll see. But or maybe we won't, because I'm probably never gonna do it. Well, yes I am. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can't. Like, you know, at the pace this is going, I ain't gonna... It's... You could say it's looking pretty grim. Well, back to the relative and absolute thing. So it's like, you know, I had this idea maybe like 9 months ago or so that enjoyment in video games was relative. That you can enjoy any video game. That all video games are equally enjoyable. If you are not, you know, if you're not a spoiled person, that is. So if you're not spoiled, then any video game is. Video games are all equally enjoyable. Was my point. Now I don't know if that's true. That can't be true. That can't be true. But maybe to some people it is, and I guess it's just to the average person, to everyone except maybe a few. Video games are unequally enjoyable. But then it's like well, it's like if they're unequally enjoyable, does that mean that they can get more and more and more enjoyable? Or is there a cap to it? Is there a limit to the enjoyment a video game can bring? It's like ridiculous. I don't want to say it's ridiculous. Maybe I'm onto something here. You know, I would like to start talking about like stuff, you know, we learned about Buddhism in like the 8th grade. I don't want to make any statement like that, because I wouldn't, I would not dare, because I don't know how much of it is really true, and I don't want to make any blatantly incorrect assumptions here without myself looking further into it. Well, anyway, and that's why I have a number of video games, and like I said, I just don't find any enjoyment in them. And it's like, so what's the solution? Do you make yourself enjoy them? Do you cut out video games entirely? Or do you purchase more? And well, so it's like, and for now it's like I've adopted, for now I have the mindset of I'm not going to buy anymore, which is why, sure, I could play Mario Kart Wii, but nevertheless, so I was just looking for some free-to-play games, and that's why I stumbled upon this. You know, I've been talking about stuff like Mario Kart Super Circuit and stuff, which looked pretty interesting. At least graphically, I think it looks awesome. But yeah, cost money, because Nintendo's still selling them on the virtual console, so it's like, well, okay, I don't have any excuse to pirate it then, so okay, I guess I'll just hold off on it. I guess I just won't play it then. I'll play this instead. I'll play Brandan's racing game. Free to play on itch.io. Okay. Farewell.